Welcome to T-News 9. Today we're diving deep into Chapter 36, titled Night of Three Armies. The night sky over Astrahaven isn't just dark, it's alive, pulsing with three clashing signals. First, there's the roar, primal roar of the first Primarch, a telepathic shout that echoes with pure rage. Then, a stark contrast, the cool, collected influence of the second Primarch, a wave of calm that feels unnervingly serene amidst the chaos. And finally, the high-frequency hum of Voss Neurocrown, a signal that turns living creatures into puppets. This war of frequencies has unleashed a nightmare on the city below. Three distinct armies are now marching through Astrahaven, each with its own terrifying agenda. The Primarch's horde is a force of nature. Class 1 swarms pour through the streets like a ravenous tide, overwhelming everything in their path. Looming behind them, the colossal Class 2 juggernauts tear through buildings as if they were made of paper, their every step a tremor. Their destination is clear, the upper district, a relentless push upwards. Moving with an entirely different rhythm of Voss-controlled units, these creatures, shackled by the Neurocrown, march in perfect, chilling synchronization. They are silent, obedient, and brutally efficient, a machine-like army executing its orders with deadly precision. They add a layer of cold, calculated horror to the unfolding battle. And then there's the third force, Solin's human defectors. They aren't marching to conquer, but to save. Caught in the crossfire, they frantically try to guide the last remaining survivors out of the city, their every move a desperate gamble against impossible odds. High above the pandemonium, perched on the skeletal remains of a collapsed highway bridge, Eli, Hale, and Lyra watch the city tear itself apart. Below them, the three armies collide in a spectacular, horrifying display of power. Buildings crumble into dust, military drones explode in fiery bursts across the sky, and the very ground trembles under the weight of titans. Hale, his voice barely a whisper against the roar of destruction, captures the grim reality. The world is splitting into factions, and none of them see humans as the priority. His words hang heavy in the air, a terrifying truth. Lyra, her fear palpable, grips Eli's sleeve, her voice small and trembling. What about us? Eli's gaze remains fixed on the war raging below. His response is not one of despair, but of defiance. We pick no side, he declares, his voice firm. We pick the people who still want to live, but even this simple, noble goal might be out of reach. The first Primarch has other plans. From somewhere in the heart of the city, a powerful telepathic cry slices through the noise of battle, a command aimed directly at him, a voice that rings not just in his ears, but in his mind. Eli Grant, come to me.
Chapter 37, titled The Second Primarch's Proposal. Just as the battle reaches its peak, a massive shockwave erupts from beneath our heroes' feet. The ground trembles, stone cracks, and the earth itself splits wide open. A new figure rises from the depths, a being of immense power, the second Primarch. It's tall, sleek, and radiates a brilliant silver-blue energy that commands attention. Its mere presence is so overwhelming that for a brief, stunning moment, even the raging horde of monsters falls completely silent. The Primarch's gaze locks onto Eli, ignoring everyone else. Its voice, though not spoken aloud, resonates in their minds. You contain balance, it says, its words echoing with ancient power. You contain choice. Come with me, and together we will forge a new world. A world where all species can coexist in harmony. Hale stumbles back, his face a mask of disbelief and shock. You want to make him a ruler, he breathes out, the realization dawning on him. The Primarch simply nods its majestic head. A co-ruler, it clarifies. The ancient empire crumbled because its foundation was built solely on domination. We seek a different path, a better way. But before Eli can even process this staggering offer, Lyra bravely steps forward, positioning herself between him and the towering Primarch. Her voice is firm, unwavering. If you need him because he's human, then prove it. Prove that you see humans as equals, not just as pets or tools for your new world. The Primarch studies her for a long, silent moment, its glowing eyes seeming to peer into her very soul. Finally, it responds. Equality is not a natural state of the world, but coexistence is possible. Eli is torn. His face shows the intense conflict raging within him. On one side, a chance to end the war and create a peaceful world. On the other, the risk of an ancient evil repeating itself. Hale's voice is urgent, pleading, "Eli, don't listen to it. Don't trust it." The ancient empire may have fallen, but their core instincts haven't changed. Domination is in their nature. The weight of the decision presses down on Eli. What will he choose? But before he can even speak, before he can make his choice, a colossal explosion suddenly lights up the distant horizon. A brilliant, terrifying flash followed by a deafening roar that shakes the very heavens. Vos has done something. He's activated something catastrophic, and the battlefield is about to change forever. Chapter 38. The sky ends above T-Corp. Imagine this. You're standing on the rooftop of the colossal T-Corp tower. Suddenly, a massive sphere of pure energy erupts from its peak. This isn't just a light show. It's the final terrifying form of the neurocrown resonance grid. A powerful pulse tears through the sky. A silent, invisible tsunami of force. Drones, once buzzing with menace, now spiral down like dead insects. The entire city's electronics fry in an instant. Ships, massive and small, plummet from the sky. Billboards explode in a shower of sparks. The city flickers, a dying ember against the darkness. Our hero, Eli, collapses, clutching his head in agony. The shockwave hits him like a wall of fire, searing his senses. Even the formidable Hale, a beast of a man, snarls in pain, brought to his knees. And the second Primarch, that ancient, seemingly invincible being, actually stumbles. This wasn't just a control signal. This was a hard reset for the entire world. Then, on every remaining screen, a face appears. It's Vos. His voice is cold, dripping with triumph as he declares his manifesto to the broken world. Evolution is no longer natural, he proclaims. It is engineered. I am the architect of the new superior species. As he speaks, he raises a glowing device. It's the Omega Crown, a stronger, more dangerous version of the technology we've seen before, designed to enslave even the most powerful Class 3 South. The second Primarch, recovering, growls with ancient fury. He dares challenge the ancient blood. But Eli, forcing himself back to his feet, blood trickling from his nose, sees the truth. He's not trying to challenge you, Eli says, his voice strained. He's trying to replace you. And in that moment, for the very first time, a flicker of genuine fear crosses the second Primarch's face. The game has changed. The stakes have never been higher.
Chapter 39, titled The Great Breach of Eclipse Park. And trust me, the title doesn't even begin to cover the chaos. The chapter kicks off right where we left off, with the Omega Crown pulsing with immense power. But this time, the first Primarch isn't just taking it, it retaliates with a force that literally shatters the world. The ground inside Eclipse Park splits wide open, sending earth and stone flying into the sky. It's a terrifying sight. But what comes next is even worse. From the gaping chasm, ancient biological tendrils, like something from a nightmare, shoot upwards. They coil around the city's skyscrapers, strangling the steel and glass giants. And then, the army emerges. Thousands upon thousands of creatures swarm from the underground chambers. But these aren't the Class 1 or Class 2 monsters we've seen before. The book describes them as hybrid forms, horrors not seen since ancient times. It's a whole new level of threat. And leading them all, the first Primarch lets out a bone-chilling roar that echoes across the city. The surface is ours. Its monstrous army, a living tidal wave of claws and teeth, surges forward. Its target clear, T-Corp Tower. The sheer scale of this invasion is staggering. But Vos isn't just sitting back. His controlled military units march out to intercept the monstrous wave, a disciplined line of steel against a tide of flesh. At the same time, Solan's defectors, our unlikely heroes, are scrambling through the chaos. Their mission, to evacuate the thousands of trapped civilians caught in the crossfire. The city transforms into a deadly maze of explosions, collapsing buildings, and terrifying, monstrous silhouettes clashing in the smoke-filled streets. It's pure, unadulterated warfare on a citywide scale. In the midst of this apocalypse, we find our main characters. Eli turns to Hale, his face grim, and lays out the stakes. If the Primarch reaches Voss, the city dies. The raw power of the Primarch could easily level everything. Haley nods, his expression just as dark, and adds the other side of the coin. And if Voss enslaves the Primarch, the world dies. Imagine Voss with that kind of power at his command. It's a chilling thought. The world would be his to control. It's a true no-win situation. Lyra, her voice filled with desperation, grabs Eli's hand and asks the question on everyone's mind. So what do we do? Eli looks out at the burning city, at the two cataclysmic forces about to collide, and gives the only answer he can. A simple, yet incredibly powerful declaration of their new mission. We stop both. Chapter 40. The Three Thrones. Get ready, because this one changes everything. The chapter opens with Eli, Lyra, and Hale standing atop a ruined tower, giving them a god's eye view of the unfolding chaos. Below them, the city has become a battlefield for titans. We see Marcus Voss, his Omega crown humming with terrifying power, marching relentlessly forward. His goal is clear: force humanity to evolve under his absolute control. But he's not the only player on the field. The first Primarch, a figure of pure dread, leads a monstrous army of abettorants. His ideology is simple and brutal. Humanity must kneel or be erased. He represents total domination, a future where humans are nothing more than subjects. Caught between these two devastating forces is the mysterious second Primarch. He seems to be fighting to maintain a fragile balance, trying to prevent either side from gaining ultimate victory. He believes all species can coexist, but his vision hinges on one critical element: Eli joining his cause. And what about the humans? They're caught in the crossfire, their world being torn apart. But something incredible is happening amidst the destruction. Across the city, the Tan Non Lui, the new humanity, are awakening, their powers flaring to life. At the same time, the enigmatic Neo-Superiors are finally stepping out from the shadows, revealing their presence and their own agenda. We have three species, three clashing ideologies, and three would-be rulers, each vying for control. The world is fracturing, splitting into three distinct thrones. First, the throne of domination, claimed by the first Primarch, who demands complete subjugation. Second, the throne of control, sought by Marcus Voss, who envisions a new humanity shaped by his will. And third, the throne of balance, offered by the second Primarch, who proposes a difficult path to coexistence. From the tower, Eli looks down at his own shaking hands, overwhelmed by the weight of the future. Hale's voice cuts through the noise, posing the ultimate question: which throne will you choose? Or will you build a fourth? Lyra stands firm by his side, her faith unwavering. Eli, whatever you pick, I believe in you. For a single, fleeting moment, silence descends. Then, the world rushes back in the guttural roar of the first Primarch, the menacing hum of the Omega crown, and the persuasive whisper of the second Primarch echoing in his mind. Eli looks at the burning city and speaks a truth that changes the game forever. This city won't survive any of their futures. He steps to the very edge of the tower, his decision made: so I'll create my own.